I lost all track of time. So, right, you're going to get a close-up of my leg while I wipe this camera. There we go. Today we're going to get Willow retrieving, in theory. She's way down there. Those fieldfares and the blackbirds, would you believe, had nearly ate every single apple that was down there. They've completely cleared out one tree. I can't see any apples left. And they're on to another. It was really windy last night. I keep expecting to see that monster tree on the floor. You all right, John? Sorry I'm late. How are you doing? And can you see, I'll hold you really still. PA, how you doing? See these three there? They sway like something's not right. And you see that one? It's actually leaning right over. But that monster has only got branches on this side because the lovely neighbour hasn't thinned out that corner. There's a lot of trees all in that corner and they've only got branches this way. So if the wind takes it, it's coming my way. Oh, happy days. You can see how big it is compared to my little shed. That's like a stable, that shed. Every time we'll have a windstorm coming through, it's like, oh, will the tree be up in the morning? Hey, Jack. You want to know why? Do you want to know why Jack's crying? Oh, there's the madam. Willow. Where have you put that trowel, girl? It's you. This is why Jack's excited. And the little robin is using one of my fossil stones as a stand. Look at the ironwork in that quartz. So much metal in it. Yes, you can have one. Hey, Jack. I need to have a huge clean out up here because everything that little madam's nicked is all just dumped. Isn't it, Jack? And you're just as bad. He's regressing into puppy. Why? Willow, get down. Get down. Willow, get down. Kirsty, you all right? Right, I need to know why the signal skips between the Wi-Fi. Yes. There's been a lot of Willow what have you done the last couple of days. She's going through a bad spot, shall we say. You all right, Neo? And now the ground's thawed out pretty much. She's back to digging. Ooh, I can see a fieldfare. Fieldfares, you don't normally get them on low-lying ground, so I'm kind of lucky. Where are you, little bird? Dip your tail, and I can zoom in on you. Stu, how you doing, Stu? Fieldfares look like a thrush. They're a bit bigger than a blackbird with a really long tail. I've got a couple of videos of them feeding. So they're one of the main reasons that I leave the apples on the floor, because they love them. How you doing, Stu? Sam's on patrol. Stu, do you know what? First day of the school holidays, so I forgot to knock the alarms off, but I had to take the older one to work, so I was out the house by 10 to 7 this morning. She's getting massive. No, because I blocked up the hole that she made the door for him. I'll show you the hole that she's made. She's growing like a weed. Oh yeah, Steve, she's, the way that I've connected the wire to the frame, I've used big cable ties. Hi Katie, all right? And she's snapped them all. And she's made a willow-sized gap in his fence wall to his pen. And she goes in and she's eating all his his chicken feed. She's a typical Labrador. Keep finding number twos just full of corn. But yeah, she goes in and she nicks his chicken food, even if he's got scraps like mashed potato or whatever. You're right, Valentino. She decides she's having. Signal's trying to connect to the wife. You be safe out there. Willow, get down. Get down. See, they're too soft. They let her have everything. She taunts them. Little madam. Oh, she's being a right little git at the minute. Look at her. See how she's hiding around there from him? Look, how you doing, bug? I was on yours earlier on, bug. That really cold weather has hit my Himalayan pheasant berries hard. Hi, Charlie. Okay, nice to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, Charlie, I'm not a sub for sub channel, so if that's what you're here for, it's not going to happen. I'm good. I have been mucking out the dining room. It's turned into my candle making storeroom, but for Christmas it has to be a there, Jackson. He's given up chasing her because he knows I've got second ball. And she is trying to distract that one. Little madam. She's eyeballing Jack as she's chewing it. Willow, they're practice cricket balls. Kids practice cricket balls, so they're solid-ish. They're perfect for the dogs. You missed it, son. We'll go up here so it can't skip signal. I was listening to my Tawny Owl last night and I still can't hear the female. I can only hear him and he's calling all night long. So I think she's not here anymore, which is really sad, and I hate hearing him calling for her and him not getting an answer at all. It's horrible. But that's me, I'm too soft. He's in one of those trees there in the back, but I can't work out which one. Oh my God, she's squished it. Crubby, how you doing? Look, they've nicked a kid's cup. Recycling. Oh, the rope's still in the shape of a nest. That must have surely thawed out. Yes, it has. She's been doing some more digging. I need to fill that in. But she's got right down to the gravel bed. Little madam, that ball's not a ball anymore, it's squished. For all he wants you to kick the ball, he does my head in because he tries to catch it. Damn it, she's opened the side of Cheap Cheeps up. I'm going to have to go and shut it up. Oh, John, we know we've got her. The woman that we got her off, she'd never had a puppy before. And she didn't know what she was doing. And she trained her to sit, but that was pretty much about it. Jamie, all right? Jack is the fittest dog I've ever known. He will chase a ball all day. Robert, how you doing? Look at her, teasing him. Her ball isn't round. Hey, Sam. I don't like calling my old boy, but it's my older boy. Hey, Jack. Everywhere I look, there's a trail of dog destruction. And if it's not dog destruction, it's chicken. I better go down there and cover that hole up in Cheep Cheep so he'll be out. Do you know what, John? He goes to the fence with next door's puppy. Well, she's not a puppy now, she's one. And they kind of nuzzle and on through the fence. It's dead cute. Don't hit him. So he's rubbed his nose on the fence. Little madam, she's knocked it down. And Cheep Cheep hasn't realised yet. Willow, you're a bad you. And go on the trampoline. So here we have Cheep Cheep's pen with a big gaping hole. See that hole? Willow made that. She just fits through it nicely. So I had it covered up for her. I've got one of my nice big rocks up here. Look at the vein of quartz through that. Gorgeous stone. It's huge. It's cut nicely. Yeah, she's made that hole. She's had her snap bracelet. Little Lynn was looking for that. Her snap-on bracelet from the police station. She went for a trip to the police station, and they gave her a bag of goodies like snap-on bracelet, police notebooks, all sorts. And Willow's had it. Madam. Yes, you. I keep getting oak leaves, but I don't know where the oak tree is. I can't see it. Everything's either beech, all those spruce. I hate them spruce. I wish he'd take them down. They're next door neighbours and they're right on the boundary. I try and chop the lower branches down just for bad, because if the neighbour's tree is hanging down over your property, you can chop them. Hey Jim, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Nice to meet you. Demi, how you doing, Demi? Demi, look at the size of her. She's just destroying a ball that I didn't think she'd be able to destroy. Willow? Willow? It's not so much a ball now, it's more like... Willow? Willow, what's this? Willow? Willow, what's this girl? She's more interested in torturing Jack with that ball. It's there. Go back. Good lad. She's huge. Willow. Demi, she's been a nightmare. The last few days, I don't know if you saw it, she wrapped herself up in a ball of wool. Ha, I've got it. That is a ball I said that she couldn't destroy. Ignore my nails, need to do my nails. She's nicked his ball. Willow, you bad lass. And he doesn't want it because he wants the one that's in her mouth. Willow, what's this? Hey, puppy. Puppy dog. Hey, pup. I've noticed on the side of the main chicken pen as well that she's been trying to make a hole into theirs, which will be fun. Oh, come back, Stu. She tortures him. You all right, Scott? Oh, that was a missed kick and a half. She was totally wrapped up in a ball of wool. She must have been rolling in it. I'm not quite sure how she... But 10 minutes is all it took for her to unravel a full ball of wool. Hey Sam, you good lad. What are you looking for? Nothing. He spends a lot of his time looking for mice. Not that he does that when he finds them. I've got all those leaves to clear out of here. And the tulips are poking their heads out, as are the daffodils. But I need to scrape it all back. All of it. It's covered. There's big boulders in the bottom that you can't even see anymore. Hey Sam. He knows there's rabbits in there. They dug a hole. Is that a hole I see? Ooh. Yeah. If I can get up without tripping. Really? Look at her chewing on his neck. And he lets her. There, rabbits have got a little warren in there. Yes, that branch is very low. Sam, the hunting Labrador. Oh, Demi, tell me about it. The holes that she's been digging are unreal. There's a big one over there. This bird box. The squirrel's been at it. Can you see its teeth marks? Little bar stool and it snapped it. So I have been told, and I'm going to give it a go, to protect the bird boxes from the squirrels and the woodpeckers and the jays, is to get some thin tin. I don't know about in the US, but Australia and Canada will maybe have them. In New Zealand, thin metal tin coffee tins. So I've saved a couple. I'm gonna get the tin snips out, open them up, cut a hole in the middle and tack it into the front. And apparently that stops them. Looking at that tree now, I've got some more branches to come off. Hey Jack, sit. Sit down. Sit. Jack, sit. Jack. Good boy, thank you. I can see your ball. Is everyone else ready for the big day? Because I am certainly not. I've got a mountain. Cheap Seats, how you doing? Cheap Seats, do you want a puppy? I'll loan you her for about a year until she starts being a little git. She just plagues him, she tortures him. JV, you can borrow her, honest. You can send her back when she's not an idiot anymore. She's took Jack's ball. Yeti, how you doing, Yeti? She's took Jack's ball and she's just sat on there taunting him. She's sly as. Do you know what? He's regressing back into idiot puppy. He's never ever played tug with Sam, never. But all of a sudden, he's playing tug with her. He's chewing stuff, which he never used to do, copying little madam. It's weird because she copies them. She copies Sam as well. Doesn't she, son? Sam. Good lad. But yeah, he's turning back into an idiot. Grandma Kelly, how you doing? I've got other stuff that I need to edit. I've got Vaughn, how you doing? She goes nose down a while like there. She started a new one off. Got the monster one. Where else can I see? So I was just listening there with a whole out. And the blackbirds are. Alec, how you doing, Alec? Ron, is the coffee on? I've got mine, look. I tell you what, I'm getting old. I like to have certain cups. I'm very finicky about it. Towercone channel, thank you very much for coming in. have to have certain mugs. Oopsie daisy, I hid you. I didn't mean to hide you. I actually meant to give you a spanner, but hey, there we go. Have I got it right now? Yes, I have. Sorry about that, Tarot Ken. So what's on the cards for today for everybody? Treating myself to a coffee and Baileys. Yum, yum, yum. The crows nicked my dummy eggs. I've got two of the most broody hens on the planet. Two Buff Orpingtons. Buff Orpingtons are an old-fashioned meat bird in the UK. They're big, but they're very, very fluffy as well. Cheep Cheep is half Buff Orp and half Colombian Blacktail. So he's a Rhode Island Red crossed with a light Sussex as well. Awesome, how are you doing? And they've laid 4, possibly 3 weeks all summer. They were sat for, all summer pretty much. After a week or maybe 2 of laying, just starting to come back into laying, they went broody. Cheep Cheep's my feather baby. I told you he talks back to me. We'll have full-on conversations and he replies. As a chick, he would coo at me and he's never grown out of it. I mean, he's 2 now and he still coos like a baby. Aunt, you all right? No, you're not banned. Shady, how you doing? When's he going to be live? I wish the neighbour would take them furs down. He was meant to take them down 3 years ago. They got a disease and it just didn't happen. How you doing, Ron? Look at her trying to destroy that ball, little shit. Possibly the fittest Labrador puppy on the planet. Oh, no problem. Yeah, well, I'm like SB and absolutely no drama, no having digs at people. Just leave it all at the door and we're sound. Look what she's done to that ball. Willow, Kaz has been a little mad. She keeps nicking his ball. I'm being very, very, very careful with it. Awesome. I don't want to be like I was. I've not been like that for years and I don't intend to go back to that daily. So it's still cracking and popping away, but it's behaving better than it was. Willow, can I have that ball? You're meant to be learning to retrieving today. It's going to be like my dad always had Labradors as gun dogs for picking up. But he got some Springers. Nice one, Aunt. And then he got a Springer, English Springer Spaniel. And she was kind of my dog. And you couldn't train her when I was around because she would come and sit at my feet and she wouldn't listen to me dad at all. So I was banned out from being out when she was being trained. And I think I'm going to have to do that with Willow. He's Jack. Sam's the big black one. The little demon dog is Willow. She's chewing that. Willow! Hey! Willow! 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 Stop chewing it. Madam. He just wants to play with it. I've got 2 rules about links: no spamming, and only people that are in the chat. They're the 2 rules I've got. Jack, you want to chase it, but you have to grab it. Drives me mental. Handicap traveller, how you doing? If she's not chewing the ball, she's chewing him. And it's gotta hurt because she's still got baby teeth. Although she has snapped at least 2 canines from playing tug with Sam. He's obviously a lot stronger and a lot bigger. Ha, Willow, look what I've got, Willow. She's got sick of the ball and she's now chewing on him. How are you doing, Alec? I hope you're safe, but I worry about you out filming. I hate for you to get hurt. She's a little demon dog. I went out for 10 minutes last night. I come back and she got into my wool. And yeah, you've got your 44 back. How you doing? Yeah, Jack, even though she's a pup, she's got nice muscle. Be a really good, strong dog. Jack is just stunning. He's got a to him. If he would stand still, muscle. But he's all intact. Sam isn't, and I'm glad that Sam was done. One of his nuts, shall we say, was actually upside his belly, and the vets didn't realise that. You can see the muscle on her. They're on a working dog food. They're on dry food, but the food that I get them's got dried pieces of meat in it. So they do have decent protein in their diet. When Sam's not nicking butter, chocolate. Last Christmas, he ate better than we did. I did a community post and I listed everything that he had. Numerous blocks of butter. He was breaking into Christmas presents that were wrapped for the chocolate. For all chocolates, toxic to dogs. Not Sam, is immune. Full selection boxes he was helping himself to. Hotel Chocolat, he ate a full set. A tray of chipolatas that was waiting to go in the oven. Handicap traveller is a nightmare, but you don't see him do it. Gammon, he loves a good gammon joint. He has nicked a few gammon joints. You think they're out of his way and safe, but no, Sam gets them. Don't you, Samson? God, he's gone grey. Nutter, how you doing, Nutter? Very sneaky. Sam's got really pale eyes for a black lab. If you see little chewy madams, hers are a lot darker. Almost black. You hurt him. Did she hurt you, son? But yeah, he's got really orange eyes. And I think that working dog food, with having a meat and whatnot in it, it gives them such a lovely coat. Willow, get off him. He's not a climbing for him. Nutter, do you think Poppadom would like a little furry friend for a little bit? You can fetch her back when she's out of the idiot age. No, and you're right to as well, Esprit. I won't have it myself. get a warning. If you're blankers, fair enough, you're gone. Smee, how you doing, Smee? Smee, do you want a puppy for about a year? And fetch her back when she's not an idiot anymore. She's going through a really bad phase at the minute. She's driving me nuts. And she's also copying his mad run. He does the zoomies every now and again. Secret, do you think your pup would like a pup friend for about a year? I'll come and drop her off and I'll come and pick her up just when she turns into a normal dog. With Labradors, I found that it takes them to about 3 years old before they stop being an idiot. Sniper, how you doing? What are you chewing, missus? Secret, you know all those apples that are left on the ground? They've nearly all gone. Yeah, he's babysitting. Oh, you are? Do you want to babysit a dog? More than welcome to it. You shall give her back. She's a lunatic. She's way more destructive than these two were. She's full on. Look at the muscle on her back legs and across the top of her tail. She's got a lot of definition already for a young little dog. That's exactly what I said to daughter. Exactly what I said, SB. She's funny. She's a sweetheart at the same time, but she's being a little madam. How old are they? I had my son's girlfriends too a few weeks back, and they are 6 and 4. They just turned 5, I think. And I'd forgotten what a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old are like. Willow, get off him. Oh, Ice, how can you not? Dogs are good. Labradors. Labradors are the sweetest, most intelligent, normally chilled out dogs. Don't take it was an example of a normal Labrador. Sam's a normal Labrador. One thing with a Labrador is they're never full and they're always looking for food. Hence, she's breaking into Cheep Cheep's pen. Couldn't believe she chewed the wire, and she chewed the wire on the top, the big pen. I'll have a look at the big pen. That for all Cheep Cheep's fine with the being in there. I don't think the big ones will be. We'll have a look. See? Digging. But nothing in particular. Just starts digging. Oh, handicap traffic, do you know what? They're a nightmare. Sam's always on the hunt. He can send, I'm sure he can read labels. PA, when you out next panning? Let's have a look. Yeah, I can see she's been at that wire. Zaxon, how you doing? See that? That's her. And her other piece of work. See that hole? It's a willow-sized hole. So I need to get the wire out and I need to remember where I've put the cable ties to put them back on. Sheena, how you doing? Good morning. She's massive. She's not actually that far off if they'd stand far enough back. The size of Jack. I'm amazed how much these birds have eaten. Still a few under the back one, but this front tree, it's totally clear. Vegas, how you doing? Right, there is a field fare just flowing up and it's sitting on top of that hedge. Come out, little birdie. But down here we've still got blackbirds sat eating. It's not going to come back down where we stood. I've got rabbits having a bit cheeky. I will. I've. Suey, how you doing, Suey? The youngest is 13, but she's got Down syndrome, so she's development-wise a few years back, and she still believes. And although she's in like the regular high school, the other kids haven't let slip, so she still believes in Santa, and it's lush. She's so excited. But she's been watching and singing karaoke Christmas carols on YouTube for the last few days. Every time she's got a tablet on. If she's not watching that, Papa, how you doing? If she's not watching that, she's watching the Queen's funeral. She's a little royal super fan, is my little one. She doesn't pick kids magazines out the shop. She picks ones with like, OK, Queen and Royal Family special. Right, these, SB, have you ever seen these flower? See how it's not flowered? They haven't opened up. It's had those buds on since the summer, but they're not opening. Very strange tree. And you see it's like kiwi. But obviously it's not a kiwi. But I'm dying to see those. Yeah, what does she like? She likes the Ohana Adventures. She likes FGTV, Family Fun Pack. What else does she watch? A few of them. She watches a few families. If you haven't been across to Papa's, go see him. He's lovely. Really nice guy. Great channel. My raspberries. Well, I had raspberries still on. If the frost hasn't destroyed them. Yeah, oh no, we've got one still going to flower, look. Linda, how you doing, Linda? Yeah, FGTV, well, she's discovered merch. Oh, and Aoife Adley, she loves Aoife Adley. I emailed them, not that I ever heard one back from them, but I promised her I'd do it. She was watching the videos and she realised it was Adley's birthday. So she got a box and she put a load of her toys in it, and she drew her a card and wrote her a little letter and put it in the box, and she was wanting to send it to Adley. So I said, right, Evie, we'll write her a letter. I'll take some photographs of you with the present and I'll send them in an email so they can see it. Obviously didn't hear back, but it was just so sweet that she did that. How do you work it, Vegas? Do people just want to merge Christmas and birthday into one? I mean, me and little one's birthday are both November, and people try and do that with us as well. Is she destroying your balls? Willow, stop chewing him. How you feeling, Scott? These, I'm surprised that frost has killed these back. I don't think they're going to come back, these pheasant berries. Really unusual plant, but very, very good. 17, no way. It's the driving license for kids 16 in the US. It is, isn't it? She's 21. COVID stopped her, obviously, getting her driving lessons. And she was ready for a test. And in the UK, you have to do 2 tests. You have your driving, but you also have a question-based one, a theory-based one. So you have to go into a test centre and you get multiple choice questions. And you have to get so many to get through. She's had to resit it because they didn't pause it for COVID. But she's let it out on the sly. She didn't mean to tell me that she's booked a test. And she's got a test in early January, so hopefully she'll pass. She's been looking at buying herself a car. And it means that I'm not driving around at like 6:45 in the morning at 10 o'clock at night. Dan, how you doing? But over here it's 17. Yeah, I've just been on a mission, Scott. I could send her over in freight, Demi. If you send her back in about a year. She's got the same coat as Sam. Can you see how she's got a curly back and tail? Sam's exactly the same. Yeah, she dragged her heels about having lessons. She just didn't want to at first. She struggles with anxiety like I do, and she just was too anxious. She couldn't get her head around doing it. But then the button flipped in her head, and she's been really digging deep to do it. Yeah, daughter, she works in a block of, it's not a block, 38 flats in a building that's assisted living. Not everybody needs care, but obviously a lot do. So she's on site as a carer, and she's absolutely smashing it. Have you got any snow, Demi? It's got the ball at my feet. Yeah, if you've got to go out, Demi, be careful. Oh, see, one day when he does that, I'm scared. The ball's going to go down his throat. You try and chip him with the ball, and he still gets it. Demi, what are you doing, madam? You're not giving him that scabby old ball. No way. I was on, I missed his live, American Homeless. He has got a lot of snow as well. Tim's got snow. I am so jealous. I wish that we'd had this cold snap a week late, and then I would have been a happy bunny for Christmas. It's always kind of magical to get snow for Christmas. He's really fast and he's really fit, and he can jump onto a wall that's 6 foot from standing. He's like a springbok. She's going to be a good jumper, I think, and I'm dreading her working out that she can jump. Last thing I want her to do is to start jumping fences like Jack did. You had a beard there, son. How are you, Suey? Where have you just been? You've been on patrol, son. Green Hornet, how you doing? Sam has a track that he goes on morning and night and during the day, checking the perimeter. It's cute. Go and have a look. This is the track that he's worn. I thought it was rabbits at first, but it's not, it's Sam. She's... Really? She's... even when we got her, she was, what, 4 months? Normally puppies nap a lot. They'll have a big burst of energy and they nap. Not her. 24/7. She gets to about 7 o'clock at night and that's her. She's asleep. But all my wildflowers, I need to take these off and scatter them if there's any left in it. Loads of wildflowers in here. Oh, there's the remains of one of my other dummy eggs. As well as the dogs, the crows are pinching them. Kirsty, are you wearing a dog today? I do like that little tree. I don't know what it's called though. I don't know what kind of pine it is. It's obviously a dwarf. I've lived here, 4 years and it's never really grown. Unlike these. Hear that? That's my long-tailed tits. Nearly every live, look at all the crows coming in. Nearly every live I hear them no matter where I am and I love it. This fur doesn't have to grow quick. I'll cut that right back. When you're going to put rabbit wire in, take it up above a foot off the ground because the rabbits just jump over it. You scaring blackbirds? My roadies have got the buds on. I really need to sort out heavy. This magnolia I love, it's the nice one. Fabulous. This one, I can't remember its name, but it flowers a couple of times a year. But the birds don't seem to eat the berries. They don't like the ash. I've got a ash bush tree there. When it gets that over heavy with the berries, they're on the floor, the branches are hanging on the floor. But the birds just don't like them. Can you hear them? Hey, little coal tits. Yeah, these are coal tits. Tiny little bird. But lovely little bird as well. One's right at the top there. I love my wild birds. I feed them. So they're quite tolerant of me being close to them. If the sun was the other way around, you'd see the bright yellow and blue. Lovely little birds. Dogwood, I hate it. No, not double D's cars. Little ones. Dogwood, it looks pretty, doesn't it? Being bright red. It's a nightmare. You try and take out dogwood. I must have left a tiny little bit of root and this grew back. It's unreal. Right. Oh, have I missed someone? Laura Michigan, how you doing? Nice seeing you, Vicky's last night. Vicky Wells, my friend, she's an absolute sweetheart. I adore her. She's one of the loveliest people you could ever hope to meet. She was live last night. Which one, Robert? Where is she? There's Jack. There's Willow, Demon Dog. She's been digging. That ball's covered in mud. Little madam. Yeah, she's been digging and she's pulled our fence down. Thank you, Willow. I wouldn't mind if she dug for a reason, you know, but she doesn't. She just digs to dig. But there again, so does Sam. Sam's in... He's at it and all, look. What's he digging out? What's he destroying? Alright, let's go and see what Sam's destroying on the bonfire. Sam? Sam, what you doing? Get out. You teacher. Teresa, how you doing? Oh, sorry, Teresa. I don't know why your spanner's gone, because you had one. Bettina, how you doing? I could do with some platforms down the back of here to cut back next door's trees. And the UK, if neighbouring properties' branches are hanging over yours, you can cut them back. Now this fence is about a foot this side of the boundary, so I can get behind it, and look how much it hangs over. But they're high. Really high. Teresa is the sweetest, cleverest dog. You can see where I've been doing branches. Last time I did it, I stood in a bumblebee nest. I didn't know until I heard the buzzing under my feet. And there's a tiny foot-wide gap behind the fence that I had to run down to get away from the bees. But look at it, it's right into here. And that's about 15 feet up, so I'm not sure. I've got long extendable loppers, but even those aren't long enough for these. And these ones down the end drive me insane. They're huge. But because they've not been thinned, only branches this side. One of my robin boxes, the robin's like a slot entry like that one. I haven't used that one yet, but I'm not moving it. Yeah, this one on the end, Robert, really worries me because it's so big. And with it only having branches this side, it's going to be a nightmare if the wind gets it. We're all sand, so the roots are really shallow. I don't know if you can see how much it's all packed in. One of them hasn't got a top, it's an L shape. Splits in two and it all comes out this side. Our robins are a lot smaller than yours. I've got a short with a robin on. A little red-breasted bird, they're little. I don't think they're as big as your robins. So I'm not sure if they'll nest the same way. It's quite therapeutic, you know, when I've been lopping all these off. Around here there's a big sycamore. And I had the extendable loppers out. See all these branches on here that I've took off? Well, one was like 20 foot long and it nearly hit me on the head. I was on a stepladder. I nearly knocked myself out. But once it gets in my head that it is done, I have to do it. So the boundary line is just this side of that tree. And then the same that way. Drives me insane. This is the tree that doesn't go straight up at 90-degree angles. And it worries me that I'm going to wear it, or my shed's going to wear it. Vegas, I've been on with that. I can hear the field fares. I'll just check these bird boxes. See if the squirrel's been at these as well. I had to repair this one because the squirrel had been out. It looks all right. I'm going to get the metal. I'm going to cut those coffee tins open. See where they've all been eating the apples. They absolutely love them. Romy, how you doing, Romy? But I haven't actually got many apples left. I mean, there was hundreds on the floor. Hundreds. Let's have a look at this one. Something's been at this one, look. That's new. But it's got beak marks. So maybe it's the jays. The jays are beautiful birds, but they're evil. Ooh, yeah. Get off my apple tree. Look at her, she's chewing my tree. Don't chew my tree. Anyone got any ideas? This is a plum tree. A Victoria plum. It tries to bush on me every year. Like, see all the new growth that I've got to cut back. I've already crowned it, but it's grown past the crown. So you've got those, and it's... Honest to God. Dale, if Dale you're in, she's on her way to your house. Or Fluffs, I'd be happy for her to go to Dale's or Fluffs. As long as the hole's big enough, I can follow. See, there's no reason that she digs for. No reason at all. Pixie Post, how are you doing? She's a digging machine. Sam digs if he thinks he can hear a mouse or see a mouse or smell a mouse. Not her, no. She just digs to dig. Willow? Willow? Any chance of you stopping? She's pulling rocks out, look. Willow! Stop! Digging. So yeah, this plum tree. Friends told me. So I was to weigh them down the bare feet. Hence it looks like Pinocchio. You see that string there? Just so happens house bricks like that one are perfect. Now its branches were mainly on this. There wasn't many on the back, so using the bricks. You see how this one bends around? I'm moving the branches around the back as well. Problem is, where it's been grafted is below ground level. And look at all this. I've cut this all off. All this young growth is from below ground. I've cut it all off. I've waxed it on the base of the tree, and it's still doing it. I mean, look at all that. Rather than fruit, it's wanting to grow branches when really you want to put its energy into the fruit. Hence weighing these branches down, which really does work. Yeah, I've known dogs like that, Demi. So I can either cut them back and butcher it every couple of times a year, or if anyone can give me a solution of how to stop it. Is that Frank? You all right, Frank? He's awake. Shady was looking for you, Frank. And look at all that. And that's connected to this tree base just below, round about the ground level, maybe just below. It's grafted. It does my head in, and I don't know how to stop it. I snapped this one weighing it down, but I fixed it. It's actually swallowed it. So I used this branch, this twig, and you can see I taped it, and it's actually where the tree split. It saved it. I put the tape round it and I twined it because it had had a few fruit on this branch, and it's worked. It's a lot stronger. But yeah, my Pinocchio tree, you see all the strings. Teresa, I nearly took my finger off with a drone. I went to be a smart ass and I went to land it on my hand, and it kind of was a bit sideways. This one is an eater. What's he doing now? He thinks he's found a mouse. Don't you be digging. But even the majority of the apples on here, these have all been eaten as well. So, done a good job. Look how well they go through it. I mean, that one, not much left. And they love them. This one was sweet, so I presume that's why they've taken all them off this one. Sam's on mouse patrol. Christmas Eve there's going to be a big bonfire, and these old fence panels, I think have got creosote on them, and they go up like torches, so they're going to be part of that. PGA, how you doing, PGA? I leave those apples for the wild birds, Robert. We'll take our fill. Look at all these reaches, I call them reaches. All those branches that are pointing to the sky, I've got to take off. You can do it from autumn through to summer, well, spring, before it starts leafing up. Look at it all. It's covered in reaches. You want to take the new growth off, or the tree works on producing growth on those and not fruit. You don't get as good a quality fruit. Thin out the crown in the middle and take all these vertical branches off. It's going to take me forever. This one hasn't done it so bad. I've not got too much work to do on this one. This one is ridiculous. This one's going to take me a while, although they're not as big as that other one. But look at all these branches that have got to come off. Losfer, how you doing, Losfer? And that one is in the shade. She's been in the recycling. Why? Willow, oi, out. It's been in my recycling. Can you go put it back, lass? That tree's the apple trees in the shade, so you wouldn't expect it to grow and get fruit on, but they're huge, absolutely huge apples from that tree. Really surprised me. All those branches that are pointing up in the sky, I've got to go. So that'll take me a few days. You can come and stand next to us all you want. You can put that back. Teresa, she's huge, absolutely massive. I have I'm lucky enough to have in the garden some wrens. Wrens are, I think, the third smallest bird in the UK. I mean, they're about that big. Little brown birds with a sticky up tail. I found something in the shed. I thought, oh, what's that? And I came down and I watched, and it's a wren nest. I'll show you how the nest. See if I can put my torch on, if it'll let me. Oh, it won't let me put my torch on. In there, it is full of feathers, and they use moss, spiders' webs, leaves. Is there anything in it? I don't want to put my fingers in it. I can't get my hand in deep enough, but that is lined with bird feathers. It's quite a big nest. It's bigger than you would expect it for such a tiny little bird. And I have robins. They nest in the roof. So I'll leave the door open. Tend to nest in that back corner above the alarm. The wren, I thought the doors and windows at the back of the house have got security shutters, and the bodywork for those above the doors in the casing, I saw something fly and I heard scratching. I thought, oh, is that a bat? But I couldn't see what had gone in and I didn't want to disturb it. I'll show you where, and I'll show you the size of the gap. And it took me a while to catch it, what was coming in. And so here's the working of the door. Here's my finger. You can see how small that gap is. There's a wren lives inside the door frame. I think it's brilliant. It leaves me lots of little presents on the floor, but a wren lives inside it. You can hear it go inside the roller. So obviously the windows aren't getting used at the minute. Is that a wren feather? I think we've got a feather off it. No, it's too big. Teeny tiny little things. Hey Sam, you're covered in cobwebs. Willow? Where is she? Oh, she's there, look. She thinks she's a little flower. Yeah, look at him. He spends a lot of his time, Sam, looking for mice. Jamie, why are you excited? Why is Jamie excited? What's the crack? What have I missed? She loves lavender, not to chew or destroy. She loves sitting in it. She sat in one of my little lavender bushes there. See? Sat in lavender. She loves it. Not quite sure why. Do you know what she does? She's pinched Jack's ball. She's took Jack's ball off him. And I don't know what she's done with the other one because I brought two out. We were meant to be training for retrieving, but it hasn't quite worked out that way. Beth, I love you. How you doing? Here we have nature's larder. Pigeons. But for some reason the hawks don't like juicy big fat pigeons. No, they like my little blackbirds. Which isn't fair. Pigeons are docile, fat and juicy, but for some reason the hawks like smaller little blackbirds. So maybe it's all the apples and fruit that they eat. They maybe think they taste sweeter. I've got a weeping willow at the back here that I need to trim back from next door. It's about touching the ground. I've got so much. Ooh, just take me out, lass. Willow, don't you lose